TVHams.com is the official website of the Gentleman Grochowski Show. You can also go to Facebook.com and click on the Gentleman Grochowski Show. You can like us and hear about some more information about the show. And also, if you can't get enough of the videos, you can go to YouTube.com/TVHams. So a lot of ways to get a hold of the Gentleman Grochowski Show. Okay, stay in touch. Touch us a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Right now, I got one guy I'm going to touch right now, very slowly. Ken Markovic, how are you, my friend? Welcome back to the broadcast.
It's great to be back.
Well, thank you. So what you been up to lately since last time you came here?
Oh, same old, same old. Music.
No,
some dancing every now and
yeah.
again.
Now, you recently wrote a song about Paris. Tell us about what besides the obvious, but what inspired you most about that to write that song?
Oh, I mean, it just was a terrible tragedy, and when something like that happens, in order to release emotion, you need to either write about it or talk to somebody about it, reach out to somebody.
Yeah.
You can't keep all that anger or sadness inside.
Yeah.
So.
And it was definitely a very touching song. And
Thank you.
Definitely listened to it and have enjoyed it. And what other songs have you? Are you in a tour? I heard is coming up.
A possible tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're talking about it.
Okay.
A friend of mine.
What goes into the thought of a tour? Like, you got to contact all these places and say, will you hire me for the night, or do you?
Yeah. You basically reach out to as many places as you can. You contact their booking people and say, we'd like a date in March or April. You throw out a date, and you check their calendar, their website to see if the dates are open. And there's a lot of strategy that goes into it, but you just try to plan it geographically to, like say you're looking just the Midwest. So say I wanted to do Madison. Well, there's a lot of other places around Madison that we could hit. Maybe head over to Michigan, head over to Lansing. So
the thing would have to be just trying to schedule it properly, because you would think, what if you got like 2 or 3 days of nothing? That means you got to do nothing for 2 or 3 days, right? You want to always try to have something for every day of the week. To plan properly, right?
Yeah,
I'm thinking,
that's
right?
true. I mean, I've never gone on tour before, so this would be it's a new experience.
It'll be exciting.
I'm looking forward to it if it happens.
Because every day you're not working, you're not making money either, right? And you're
true
probably
too.
staying in a hotel room, which is costing you money, and eating.
Oh man, now I don't want to go on tour.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I'll get you some pizzas if you want to go. But I'm just saying, that would be the hardest part, I think, about going on a tour. Is just trying to plan it out. And,
it's challenging, but I think we're gonna try to make it happen.
And then also colleges. Do you take the college campuses?
It's a possibility too. Yeah.
That actually might be kind of fun, seeing some of the college kids and stuff like that. There was an article on the Hub Army. You familiar with that, right?
Yeah, it's a blog. They typically write about heavy metal artists, but Shag, his name's David, but he goes by Shag. He's trying to change it to gear it more towards all different genres he wants to write about. And
well, he wrote a nice article about you back a couple months ago. Okay. In my experience, all musicians try different genres and styles before they settle on that one that speaks to them mostly. You happen to be an indie rock, right?
Indie folk.
Indie folk genre.
Some rock, but yeah, mostly indie folk.
And can you tell people what specifically is that? Besides, I don't know, folk music, but what's an indie folk music?
Well, indie is just a kind of a way to describe musicians who are local, who aren't really signed to a label, and I also think there's kind of a sound to it.
And also says here you studied, you got a master's degree in social work.
That's correct. Yeah.
How does that help you at all with songwriting?
With songwriting. I have written songs about experiences that I've had in social work. I've kind of disguised. You have to, because of confidentiality, you can't talk about your clients and whatnot. But, yeah, I'd say it helps a little bit.
Because that's with social work, that's got to be a lot of potential material that you could write about different pains and
Yeah.
Because that's all you're doing is dealing with people's problems, right?
Most definitely, Larry. Yeah.
And you swing dance.
I swing dance.
Wow.
You want me to teach you some moves?
Well, I tell you what. When I gotta
after the show.
After the show, I'll get my little dancing shoes on. We get the
it's called West Coast swing. Yeah.
West Coast swing. Now, is there an East Coast swing?
There's an East Coast swing, yeah, Lindy Hop, East Coast swing.
Remember back to Jump, Jive, and Wail? Remember those days?
Yep.
That was swing music was pretty
Cherry
good.
Poppin' Daddies.
Yes. Now you're gonna sing a song for us today.
I am.
And it was the Polar Bear.
Polar Bear. Yeah.
What's that song about?
The song has a lot of meanings, but I think one that I could translate maybe to the audience is that we kind of treat each other how we treat the environment, how we treat the surrounding world. So I think there needs to be a lot of improvement in that regard. So that's a little bit what the song's about.
Okay, I hope you don't treat me like that. 'Cause I treated you good.
I know.
Yeah, don't treat me like the environment, because man, we're not doing too good with that, are we?
We aren't. No.
Oh, let's hear you play sing the Polar Bear.
Sure. All right. You open your mouth, say you need feeding. You say that you're the polar bear. You swim for your life, you're bleeding. You have a child with whom food you share. She's a little heavy and her skin is pale. Walks down the hall while everyone stares. They call her the monster, they call her the whale. She wonders if there's anyone out there that cares. What do you think about the ice that shrinks? What do you share with the polar bear? When you head out to the ocean, will you give all your devotion to your eyes weep and wane for creatures in pain? I said, to your eyes weep and wane for creatures in pain. Oh yeah. You were a thinker and a lover. Then your mind and heart became stale and cold. You had a sister and a brother. She was made of silver, he was made of gold. Now you make your home on that island of ice. You are 10 feet tall, they can't touch you there. You saved their lives, you made your sacrifice, but they'll always call you the polar bear. What do you think about the ice that shrinks? What do you share with the polar bear? When you head out to the ocean, will you give
Ken Markovic, and that was the polar bear. Man, that makes me cold. I don't know if
the weather should make you cold.
Yeah.
It's cold outside.
You think about all the other ways, society. We've done so much good for society. Human beings have done so much good for the environment.
Yeah,
and then on the flip side, we've done maybe so much bad for the environment also, right?
Yeah, it's like a half and half, I'd say. Yeah.
Now, just definitely some strong words on that polar bear song. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, the one line that kind of jumps out at me is, "What do you think about the ice that shrinks? What do you share with the polar bear?" So it's kind of asking the listener to really put themselves in a kind of objective position.
Right.
Think about what you share with the polar bear. What do you share with nature? How are you similar to nature, and how do you treat yourself, and how do you treat other people? I think there's a lot of parallels that can be drawn.
Because if you look at it, to us, it's just an iceberg. It's just ice. To polar bears, that's their way of life. That's
exactly.
That's how they live.
And
and we don't think of it. Yeah, we don't think of it that way. We just think of it. Oh, it's just ice somewhere else that's way far away from us.
Yeah.
But that's all they have. Mm-hmm. If there's no ice for them to live on.
Yeah, they're starving. They're bleeding.
And you also have something about a video contest, Heaven on Earth.
Yeah. My producer, Chris Tobin, and I decided to go to enter this contest called What is Heaven on Earth? And we ended up going to Millennium Park. And, first I should say we both wrote a song for the contest. So we wrote the music for it. And then we wanted to make a music video. So we thought, what better way than asking people, what is your version of Heaven on Earth? So we went down to Millennium Park and to the Bean and to the ice skating rink and asked people, and got some really good interviews. So
excellent, cool.
Yeah,
All right, Ken, thanks for stopping by. For more information about Ken, you can go to SoundCloud, right?
Yep, SoundCloud, Facebook. YouTube, Reverb Nation. Just Google Ken Markovic and you'll find me.
Cool.
It's a Gentleman Grochowski Show. Everybody, don't you know? It's a Gentleman Grochowski Show. Everybody, don't you know? It's a Gentleman Grochowski Show. Everybody, don't you know? It's a Gentleman Grochowski Show.